Alright guys, back with another one. Another Ramblin Bob review. So this is a product that I really liked. I've used it probably at least 10 years. I've had 2 units. I think I've had 3 in the time, and I think I gave one for a gift. But these could be lifesavers out there. Hunting, fishing, RV, van life, as long as you do it safely. These could be very dangerous. You don't want to burn these without having an oxygen source, of course. I'm not an expert, so do this at your own risk, of course. But these units, they very simple to use. There's only one knob. You got a pilot lighter, and you got a low, and you got a high. That's literally it. You get a 1 pound canister like this. It's 4,000 to 9,000 BTUs. On high, which is 9,000, this can will go for about 3 hours, and you could put out a ton of heat in that I guarantee it. 9,000 BTUs in 3 hours is a ton of heat for especially a small box like that. On the low, it's 4,000 BTUs, and you can go about 6 hours off that. It's very easy to use. Let me get rid of one of these here. Very simple to use. I've used it for years. Okay, so you got this little part here. This is your port where you put in your propane here, and you want to put this in here and twist it. Now what I do is I always twist it backwards a bit, because then them threads line up real good. You don't want to cross thread that, because if you cross thread that, you're going to have a problem. All right, let me get that in there. Make sure it's a little snug, not too tight, but just snug. You can always check this with soapy water. If you see any bubbles, that means you got a leak. We're going to do just a demo here, so it should be good, but I highly recommend you check that with bubble water just to make sure. Now, a lot of you guys have seen how they work already. It's a very simple thing. You turn it to the pilot light, you hold it down for about give or take 5-10 seconds like that, and then you click it again. And sometimes it takes 2. There you go. So the pilot light is lit, very simple, and then you turn it right to high right away. Real simple. That'll light up. There's a ton of heat. You can't see it on camera, but there's a ton of heat. You'll see a soft orange glow in the background here. So now, being that's the product demo, basically, I want to show you something where, now here comes the mod part. So looking around the internet over the years, like I said, I've had this for 10 years, and I surely didn't know about this mod, and I want to spread this information, because, man, this could be a lifesaver for somebody if they was in a tough way, or say, you had that camping trip, or that hunting trip, or the fishing trip, or whatever, and say you were stuck somewhere. Say you had this in the trunk, and your car broke down somewhere, and you just happened to have this with you. I want to show you something that I found out's pretty cool. So it's cooled down already. I didn't have it on long. It was just a little demo, just to show you kind of how to start it and everything. It's very simple. But I want to show you something I learned here. So this grill here, that's a protector thing, which is a very good thing that it's there, of course. Don't get me wrong. But if you pull that, okay, it pops off. So it comes down. That's basically so you can clean the unit. Okay, you can get in there and use a rubbing alcohol. Obviously, when it's cold, you can clean all that up with a Q-tip, and then that makes it burn real clean. You want a real good blue flame on these things. But here's the cool part. So now I took this down, right? And you think, well, what the heck's he going to do with that, right? So watch this. All you got to do is kind of wiggle it out. Sometimes it comes out easy, sometimes you got to struggle. It came out easy that time, so that's a plus. So now you're stuck with this, right? You got this thing, and you think, well, what are you going to do with that thing? It's useless out here. I suppose you could make a ramp for a skateboard. I don't know. But this is something that I saw on the internet. Watch this. So you take the handle up here. All the heat is registered in the front of the unit. Nothing really goes past here or back. See, I can literally put my hand here, and it's very lukewarm right here. All the heat goes out the front or straight up. So when you look at it from the side, you see the handle. It doesn't get close. That's so you can carry it, obviously not when it's on. But this handle has a really cool mod with it, I've seen. So what you do is you put this guy, this little safety screen grill thing, and see these hooks right here? All right, watch this. You just plop that right underneath that handle like that, and there you go. Now look at that. You got yourself an instant grill top. The flame is still over. I hope you can see that. The flame is obviously way down here, but the combustion heat will be on this side, so it doesn't even go past about here. So why is that good? check this out. This could really help somebody one day. So you take one of these bad boys and you set it just like that. Look how strong that is. And then you put that there. Or actually, let's do this. Let's get some fuel for the cooking here. Say we want to make some hot chocolate. That's always one of my favorites. Hot chocolate or warm soup. You can warm up some soup out of there. Anything from a can or something like that. If you're fishing, you really are to the like, well, whatever's around is what you got. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a restaurant close by, you don't have a gas station, you're pretty much out there with nothing. And sometimes they got these nice little lodges on the lakes, but sometimes you go to those lakes, you know, they're in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing. There's not even a gas station within 5 miles of it. So you just want something quick and you go, you know what, I'm going to make some coffee real quick. I'm going to make some whatever, so even some canned vegetable soup or something like that. You plop it on there, or God forbid, what happened in Texas, you had that power outage, right? And you know, if you have an electric stove, you're SOL. So if you have a gas stove, you know, you're still in business. But if you had an electric stove and you were in that power outage, you ain't warming up nothing. Your microwave ain't gonna work. Your stove ain't gonna work. You know, unless you got, you know, little tricks like this to get you through the tough times in life. You ain't gonna be doing too much. So I'm gonna fire this up again. Oh, it's set to 9,000 BTUs. That's on high. So all that heat is literally running up underneath that kettle right there. And as you can see, the handle's behind the heat. So I can literally grab this handle. That's 9,000 BTUs coming out of there. I can see a little bit of smoke coming out the water already. A little steam. This handle's ice cold. And the place where the handle goes on, over time, this will probably heat up. So you might want to put something on top of this little handle part just to protect the plastic, of course. You don't want burning plastic. That's a bad idea. And this is just a mod. If you want to try it, you can. If not, you know, I mean, who am I to tell you what to do? But I'm just showing you kind of how I did it. But as you can see, if I turn it around, it's still on. Obviously, don't go near it. It's an open flame. It's extremely hot. So, I mean, it's kind of like having a fireplace in the house or in the tent or in the RV or wherever. Oh, I got some smoke coming out of the top here, some steam here. So it shouldn't be that long now. It's starting. So I figure maybe another 30 seconds to a minute. I mean, there's all kinds of uses you can use this guy for. In 10 years, I must have gone through these tanks, probably, I don't know how many tanks, maybe 100 or 200 tanks over the last 10 years. You know, we use them for basically emergencies only, or like I said, if we put equipment in the RV, you could fire something like this up, and it warms up the environment. Keep an eye on it, of course, but it warms up the car much faster than the car heater itself. So that first 5 or 10 minutes is huge, especially when your fingers are freezing and you're trying to carry that heavy stuff. All right, guys, we're coming down to the home stretch. Once again, just a warning, you don't want to monkey with fire and stuff unless you kind of, you know, be safe, know what you're doing. If you're not sure, don't do it. Ask questions. Learn about it. Fire can always be, you know, a deadly thing, so you don't want to monkey around. These are just ideas that you can use, you know, emergency situation. If you don't have any way to heat up food or water, and you're out camping, and you know that bad weather comes in, you can't make a campfire because that rain it'll put it right out. But this is something you could do safely inside a structure or a large tent, as long as you know do it safely. You don't want to not know what you're doing, because you know you can get into real trouble messing with stuff like that and burn down your dang tent. So as long as you're comfortable with a device like this and you understand how to do it safely and properly. Like I got it on my workbench now just to show you how cool that it's right next to the wall here. It's actually designed to hang on the wall. You could put 2 pins that hang it inside, so if you got like a cabin or one of them ice fishing shacks, you know, I'm not an ice fishing man, but I'll tell you what, with technology like that, it sure is tempting, because you don't have to be sitting out there in the cold and drill a hole through the ice and then you know, hope you catch something. But you could sit in a nice little ice shanty out there on the lake like I see them folks do. They got satellite TV now, and they got video games, and I mean, the radios and stereo. It's definitely different than when I was a kid. But all right, we're coming down the home stretch here, as you can see. little bit of steam coming out of the top of that lid. You can hear it. All right, so this is your end result. How's this for emergency situation, guys? Right? So, just an idea. Whether it's a good idea or not, I don't know. It all depends on who you ask. But I just thought I'd put this out there because it's just for emergency situations. I think that would work real good. So, you can see how I put it together here. Now, obviously, don't touch this because it'll be real hot. But you can see that steam shooting out of there, right? I'm positive you can see that on that video. But that amount of heat right there will be able to cook you up something really quick. Have some hot coffee or something. Please don't burn yourself, and be safe messing around with stuff like this, guys. It's not a joke. And then this thing, it'll cool down after a while, but you can see it's almost cool enough now to touch. It's still a little warm, but that's it. Now you just put it right back on the front of there, and then you have your Mr. Heater back. All right, guys. Well, that does it for me. Another Ramblin Bob's review here. Very cool product. I would check it out. I don't really have any negatives about that. I like to be fair and put the negatives into positive, but make sure you always have a safe airflow coming in if you use something like this indoors. It is a blue flame, so it's very good, but you always want to be safe. Try this one at your own risk, of course. And oh, there goes the cat. So I guess this review is done. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, don't forget to be a scriber. We need more scribers, I guess. I want to make longer videos. I really enjoy this, so this is fun. It's a new hobby for me. I hope you guys enjoy these. Thank you. And click that little like button thing, too. That way I know you saw it and you liked it and everything. And then I know what kind of products you guys like. If I find more cool products, I'll certainly review them. But right now I'm kind of going through all my goodies from back in the past and showing you all the cool little mods I came up with over the years. All right, thanks, guys. Safe travels. All right, bye.